Kath? Kath? And what time do you call this, madam?
You scared the living daylights out of me.
So where did Prince Charming take you?
Nowhere you know.
Oh, so it wasn't the Woolpack.
We went to a hotel with a casino.
You went to a casino?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, did you know what you were doing?
No, not a clue. Lost over £400.
What?
It's money.
He gave you 400 quid, Kath, and you blew it?
Well, we won a few hundred first. Then we lost it again. It was great. Don't look so shocked.
I'm not. Did you stay at Chris's?
Somewhere better. Right, I'm going to get changed or else I'll be late.
Oh, so you're still going to Emmerdale?
Yeah, of course I am.
Oh, I just thought now that you've got this rich boyfriend, you won't want to bother with farm work anymore.
Nick, don't be so catty.
So, are you in love with him, Kath?
What?
Are you in love with him? Do you love him?
It's quite nice.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. It's about time you were happy. I just wish you'd have told me you were staying out all night. I mean, I might have been worried.
Might have been worried. What about?
Well, I didn't know where you were or what you were doing. And anyway, I might have had to make my own breakfast. Cornflakes, milk.
Oh. You'll eat with us this time, are you?
First rule of the house, no arguing at table.
Must be a new one, then. Where are Mum and Joe?
Joe's milky and your mother's not up yet.
I hope that you're going to apologise to them.
Why should I?
For walking out on their anniversary meal, that's why.
Well, they should treat me better, shouldn't they?
Perhaps they would if you deserved it, Mark.
I don't believe this. It's 7:45 in the morning and you're already getting at me. Well, don't bother with any of that for me, Annie. Off back to bed.
Mark!
Leave him, he'll be all right.
Yeah, but he can't carry on like that. It's pathetic. He nearly ruined last night.
He's got to get it out of his system. Let him go.
Oh, morning, Dolly. Morning.
Morning, Dolly. Feeling energetic?
Sorry?
I'm holding a press conference here next week. I'm going to need someone to take charge of it.
Of a press conference?
That's right.
But I don't know how to organise a press conference.
After the way you handled the hunt ball, Dolly, it'll be a piece of cake.
Yes, but...
No buts. I'm going to need seating for 30, sound system and refreshments. Oh, and I want a marquee on the front lawn.
Morning, Mr. Turner.
Oh, morning, Elsa.
So, how was it?
How was what?
Well, last night, your meeting with Mr. Tate.
I would have thought after what I told you the other day, you'd know better than to ask questions like that.
Sorry, Mr. Turner. It's just, it affects us all. It'll just be between these four walls, I promise you.
Well, it did go rather well, as a matter of fact. Frank came up with some very interesting suggestions.
So we're not out of a job, then?
Oh, good Lord, no, far from it. I think we're just at the beginning of a rather fruitful little partnership.
I'm glad to hear it.
Frank's giving a press conference next week, and in fact, he said he was going to send the invitation. We're going to announce our plans then.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, I think Home Farm is about to become very big business. Due in no small part to my involvement with the fish farm.
Oh, good for you, Mr. Turner.
Yes. Yes, it is, isn't it?
What the... I'm not having this rag in house. What is it this time? Somebody over-edited one of your pieces on Beckendale in days gone by.
Mr. Wilkes, who is Beckendale correspondent and Otten Courier?
Well, I always thought you were. I'm not so sure now.
No, me neither. I have just spoken on telephone to the editor, and he tells me that Frank Tate is holding a press conference to announce his plans for Home Farm.
All right.
Aye, and I'm not going. Editor is.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
All right? What's all right about it?
My invitation arrived this morning. If you're not going, you can look after the pub.
Well, yes, I'll have to think about that. Yes, thank you. Bye. £200 for a marquee. Do you think Frank wants to spend that much?
Oh, I think it'll be all right, Dolly. Wants it to look good.
Yeah, well, I think it's worth trying a few more. You never know. What's this press conference about, anyway? Oh, sorry. Wasn't I supposed to have asked?
Well, according to the handouts, everything's embargoed till the 24th of April. Sounds a bit pompous, doesn't it?
Oh, well, I don't want to steal Frank's thunder. Have to wait till then.
Well, if it's anything to go on, it's about the future of the Dales.
I don't see why you should be invited.
Perhaps the Tates see me as an important member of society.
Well, I can't see why.
I'm not likely to think they can use me some way.
170, please, sir.
Hey, miss, what's going on? Who are all these people?
Paying customers, which is more than I can say for some.
What do you mean? I pay my way. And as a regular customer, the least I deserve is a clear space at the bar.
That's right, Amos. We're the bread and butter of this pub, and don't you forget it.
I'd sooner go hungry.
Amos, have you booked a cabaret or something?
Beg your pardon?
What's he up to then?
God, these tourists, some of the gear they've got.
Hey, miss, why don't you tell them you can get postcards in the shop across the road? Save them a lot of bother.
Orange juice, please.
These southerners can't take our northern bitter.
No, I want to keep a clear head.
Oh, driving, are you, sir?
I'm hoping for a sighting.
Sighting?
Yes.
Of what?
Well, whoever it is. Or was. Anyway, you probably know him better than I do.
Him?
You mean it's a her?
I don't know.
Ah, more of an essence. Excellent, excellent. They're always the best.
Are they?
Oh, yes, much more fun. What's usually the best time?
Best time for what?
To make contact. Is it the evenings?
No, the pub's always much more lively in evenings.
Marvellous. Right, I'll just get the equipment set up and away we go.
You shouldn't have to do this.
You're on holiday, it won't kill you.
Where do you reckon Daddy's?
As far away as possible, I hope.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think he's got enough problems around here, don't you, Mark?
Well, it wasn't just his fault.
I'm not saying it was. If he can't handle it...
You're as bad as the rest. Everybody's against him.
Mark, he tried to murder Joe. How sympathetic can you be? Thank goodness he left before he succeeded.
All right, so he did wrong. But it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of understanding. You pathetic you are. You believe every word they say. Right, well, you can do that on your own. I'm off out.
He just upped and left, I suppose. He must have walked home.
Well, the poor lad's been through an awful lot. He's only young, you know.
That's part of the problem. He thinks we treat him like a kid.
It's not the real problem, Joe. He needs time to settle. Hey, don't try to involve him so much. He'll come round in the end.
Yeah, maybe so.
What's that? Did you tell him he could borrow that?
No, I didn't.
The little... Mark! Mark!
Oh, it doesn't matter. Leave him. A couple of hours on the fells might do him some good.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, he knows the place as well as anyone. I'll tell you what, though. I'll go up later, see if I can find him. Have a chat.
Yeah. He's got to learn he can't take people's stuff like that.
Would you mind if I set up a couple of cameras and tripods on that table as well? Should be able to cover all angles that way.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? Can't you feel the vibes surging through the place? This pub must have the strongest atmosphere for miles.
Now wants to see it on domino night.
Oh, why? Was the ghost interested in dominoes?
What did you say?
Was he interested in dominoes?
Who?
The ghost, of course.
Ghost?
Yes. I hold out great hopes. I've come a long way.
There's no ghost here, lad. You're out of luck.
No ghost? But there must be. I mean, look. Woolpack Inn, Beckendale, complete with welcoming ghost.
you? You all right? What are you doing?
Not a lot. Just riding around, thinking.
That's a good place for it. I used to come up here to think things over. Like when Jackie first came to live with us. It wasn't easy for him either. I mean, he had to accept that the man he'd grown up with wasn't his real dad. Had to realize that life was going to be very different. That wasn't easy. Not for either of us. Just like now, it's not easy for you. Or for Joe. I mean, Joe's trying. He is doing his best. He just doesn't know why he's not getting anywhere. See, the thing about Jackie was, he understood that it was difficult all round. He understood that other people mattered as well. I think you should do the same. Think of your mum. She's only trying to do what's best.
Oh, come on, I've heard that one before.
Well, maybe you don't listen.
Is that why you came up here? To give me a lecture?
No, I came up here to find me bike.
I'd have brought it back.
That's beside the point. Look, Mark, you can't go around behaving as if you're the only one who matters. Everyone knows it's not easy to adjust to a new family, but you've got to give. You can't just take.
Take? Look, all I want is my dad. Why do they have to keep lying to me?
They haven't been. They're just trying to protect you, that's all.
Protect me? How can they protect me if they keep lying to me? Why can't they just tell the truth? They're the ones who forced him away from me.
That's not true, and you know it.
It is. All he wanted was to see me and Rachel. But now he's ruined it. Well, they're not going to turn me against him, no matter what.
Look, your father tried to kill my brother. I'm glad he's gone, and I hope he never comes back. Now, if you want to turn out like him, that's fine, but you don't do it here. If that bike's not back in the yard in 20 minutes, you're going to be in trouble.
Do you know where he is?
Joe?
No, Mark. Well, Big Bear's back, but there's no sign of him.
Sorry.
Did you find him at least and have a word with him?
Oh, yes. I talked to him about me and Jackie. I don't know whether I got through. Perhaps I said too much. I thought I was getting through.
Well, at least he's brought the bike back anyway.
Kate, I know it's easy to say, but don't worry about him. It's
just a phase he's going through.
Well, it sounds like an old cliche, but it's probably true. I mean, at 16, everyone thinks they know better than their parents. In fact, anyone over 25 has to be wrong just because they're so ancient. I remember the rows that me and Jackie used to have.
Yes, but at least you're Jackie's real dad.
Yeah, maybe. But Jackie still had to be persuaded to accept that. It changed his whole life, of course.
And what Mark's got to accept is something just as drastic.
Yeah, well, he seems to have latched onto the fact that you didn't show him David's letter.
I wanted to protect him. I was upset.
Yeah, I know.
And when you're upset, you don't always do the right thing.
I know.
I think it's just a matter of time. I hope so. He's got to realise sooner or later he can't go on with a long face like that. It's just going to make him more miserable. I can't bear to see him so unhappy.
Alcohol? You've got to be joking.
Frank, you can't have a press conference without offering them a drink.
Oh, get legless. This is the press we're talking about.
Totally unreasonable. Get some wine boxes.
Out of the question. Mineral water only.
You're making a complete fool of yourself. There isn't a journalist in the country who'll stay if there's no booze.
Why should I pay for a bunch of hacks to get plastered in my own house? Doesn't bear thinking about.
Well, if you want them to write nice things about your plans, you might start by being nice to them.
Right, leave it to me. I'll give them alcohol-free wine and we'll serve it in jugs, OK?
I don't know what man needs a press conference for any road. All he'd be doing is open a nature ramble.
Oh, I don't know. He might be planning all sorts there. I'm quite looking forward to going. What are you doing? Looking for a secret panel?
Oh, I don't know. It's beyond me. It must be a new discovery. There's never been a mention before of a ghost in Beckendale. I wonder if we've recently discovered it and not noticed.
Not noticed? Are you suggesting that we're being haunted and we've only noticed because we've read about it in some guidebook?
Well, it was just a thought. There were that electric light bulb as wouldn't work properly on landing.
Let me see that guidebook. Where is it? Woolpack, free house. Attractive village setting on edge of Wharfdale. Monk's Bitter on hand-put family room with games. Welcoming ghost.
Well, they've got it bang up to date right enough with mention at tap room. Do you think spirit itself had it to the bit?
No, I do not. I'm going to phone the publishers.
Yeah, it was really great. Mind you, I can't believe you spent so much money.
I had a good time too. I'm glad you did. So how are you feeling today?
Tired. I think I might go home early.
Fancy some company?
What, would you like to come round?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, of course I would.
Good.
See you later. Bye.
Oh, I see. Really? How extraordinary.
Oh, Alan Turner phoned. He said he was looking forward to the press conference and wondered if you wanted him to help prepare anything. Why should he have to prepare anything?
Oh, it's because of the fish farm. He now thinks he's a major partner in the whole of the estate.
Oh, perhaps you should let him know he's not.
Don't worry. I'll keep him in his place. It's just that Councillor Turner is a useful ally.
Ah.
Heard any reaction to the press conference? Any of the villagers formed a steering committee yet?
Not much. Alan Turner accepted within 3 minutes of receiving his invitation. Oh, Dolly's quite intrigued as to know what it's all about.
Good. Bit of intrigue's good for business.
Now then, young man. No use doing that, you know. Take your feet off the sofa. Isn't it time you stopped sulking?
I'm not sulking.
You're giving a very good impression. Have you said you're sorry to your mother and Joe yet?
I reckon they should apologise to me.
Well, you've all made mistakes. Why don't you be grown up and apologise first? Make your mother much happier. I know it's not been easy, all this with your father, but you mustn't judge us the same way as he did. Your mother had a right to go and find happiness.
What about the letters?
Your mother and Joe were only trying to protect you.
Yeah.
I think it was wrong too, but it was done for the best of the reasons. So, go and say sorry. Go on.
I've had another approach.
Huh?
From that friend in Leeds, the one with the four-legged friends.
Oh, it's dead risky, man.
He's dead keen on it. Now, he reckons Beaconsdale's just the right area for it. He definitely wants me to set something up for him. So I thought I'd ask you to help.
How much?
I'll see you all right. A percentage of the take. Look, Billy, you could make a couple of £100 for one afternoon's work.
It's tempting, like. Look, I'll think it over, all right?
All right. Think about it. It's a couple of weeks yet. Come on, we'll buy a bottle of brown.
Have you seen out of this ghost, then, Amos?
How many times do I have to tell you, Seth Armstrong, this pub is not haunted?
Yes, me, the place is full of frights. Usual, Henry, please.
Do you reckon one of them's the ghost trying to sneak in incognito?
But last time, there is no ghost in these premises.
Mr. Braley, I brought along some colleagues from the Institute of Paranormal Research. They're interested in your ghost.
I'm very sorry to disappoint you, ladies and gentlemen, but I've cleared up the mystery. There is no ghost. It was a printing error, and the publishers are very sorry. This place has never been haunted, never will be.
The book says...
Yeah, but that were printing error. It should have read, welcoming host, and that's me. Now, you can either drop all this ghost nonsense, or I'll have to ask you to leave.
A welcoming host? There's more chance of seeing a ghost.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? Still tired?
No, I'm fine.
Good. It's good.
Okay, there you are. Don't take it
So, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing much. Watching TV.
Thanks for last night.
No, thank you.
I never thought losing 400 quid could be so much fun.
I've never thought about losing it.
We should do it again sometime.
Yeah, I like that.
Should we watch TV together?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hello, love. Have you come to give us a hand?
I don't know.
Well, Joe's down there. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Hang on, Mum. I didn't mean to upset you. I'll spoil your evening.
Oh, it's all right, love. It's all right, really. I do know that you're finding things very difficult to accept at the moment, and I do know how you feel, you know.
How can you know how I feel? You've got Joe, but I've lost Dad.
It's not quite like that, you know.
Do you reckon we'll ever hear from him again?
Well, I don't know. I think it depends on whether the police find him or not.
Would Joe let him back to the farm?
Well, I expect he probably will, yes, in time.
Fat chance. He'll go to prison, won't he?
I don't think it'll come to that, you know, but what your dad has got to do is forget the past. And he's got to learn to accept the new situation. Just like you have.
This is the life.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know, I think I'm going to give it all up and come and live with this farm labourer, I know.
I hope you'll be very happy with him.
You know you're soon going to be homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have a solution.
What's that then?
I know this flat in Skipdale.
I don't think so, Chris. Not yet.
Look, I know it's not very big, but it's warm, dry, with a very loving flatmate.
Look, I'm sure, but no, thank you.
You're right. You're right. Skipdale's a bit inconvenient, and it's a poky little hole, really. We'd want somewhere a lot better than that.
Chris.
I'll find somewhere. Just you wait.
Hey, Amos, what's ectoplasm?
Ectoplasm?
Well, they said you got a load on it stuck up your chimney.
Can't be. It's only recently been swept. It's a deposit left by ghosts.
It'll be stale ale, then.
How dare you, Seth Armstrong? This pub is scrupulously clean. If there's one thing I pride myself upon, it is that I am fastidious in my personal hygiene.
Hey, you know what? There's 4 people asked me about this ghost in the time it's taken me to collect these glasses.
Oh, well, I hope you told them there were no such thing.
I certainly did not. You great nana. Forget the spelling mistake. This ghost business is good for trade. From now on, this place is definitely haunted. And that's official.